Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. We are going to be talking about NXT. They put the Battle Royal up first, okay? I'm going to skip commenter of the day. I'll give y'all that tomorrow. So, it don't love us. It don't love us. Hold on, let me get my hotspot going. Is it not? It's not registering. But anyways, for now, oh there it go. Let me get my connect. Hello, Kayla. Hi, Kenny. Not you ain't you mad because I skipped it. It's hot. I gotta take this dress off and this brassiere. Okay. I'm trying to get comfortable. All right. Hey there, kid. How are you? Okay. She said, not you skipping it. And I've been live in a minute. Okay, well, unfortunately, today is not your lucky day, love. But I love you just the same. You knows I do. Any whoosies. The men's show up for Trick Williams Battle Royal, but the only surprise entrance that we got, from my understanding, was Joe Hendry and Frankie Kazarian. There were some main roster people like Tyler Bate, and of course Nathan Frazier was in it. Majority of the people who were in the Battle Royal were from NXT, and there was a lot of people that most definitely would not be getting a title shot anytime soon. And I just feel like they could have displayed a lot more TNA talent and made it a little bit more balanced. Like 2 out of 25 is a bit much for me, and it's a little bit less than what I expected. I wanted to see Jake something, okay? I wanted to see Josh Alexander. All right. I wanted to see some other names in there. And Joe Hendry didn't even last 2 seconds. Okay. He got in there after he said his speech. He got in that ring, and him and Frankie Kazarian was, no, it was him and Ethan Page who was mouthing off at each other. And then they got ganged up on Joe Hendry, was getting ready to get rid. Ethan Page didn't even get a chance to get in the match. He then is attacked by Oro Mensa again. They banned and barred Oro Mensa from the ring and pretty much removed him altogether. And then, babes, then the match started, and Joe Hendry was ganged up on by at least 5 to 6 different dudes. They got rid of Joe Hendry, and then the battle commenced. Now, Joe Hendry went in the back and was going at Shawn Michaels' whole arse, okay? He tore his ass a new one. He said, listen, I can come and show up anywhere, anytime I want. And he said, don't think I won't. Because he was pissed. He was like, this is how we going to do it. My first time here, this is what you do. You set these guys up to gang up on me like this. I was like, ooh, child. Shawn Michaels and that messed up eye, baby. He be messing people up, honey. Just messing them up. He was like, if my eye messed up, all of y'all gonna be messed up. He's like, everybody gotta get to go. Yeah, there could have been an even mix of TNA and NXT dudes. I like this crossover they doing though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love it too. I think it's a very cool idea. I just want to see more of a mix. And I think that when they go to TNA, they got to send bigger names to TNA, and they need to do it in equal caliber, because the TNA audience didn't really react to Tatum the way that I believe they should have. And that's mainly because Tatum hasn't been built up in NXT enough to give Tatum the type of reaction. Like when I say she barely got a look, Tatum didn't get nothing until she got in that ring and started working and was giving Jordan Grace the blues. That was when Tatum started getting it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, I wish that they would have sent somebody who they knew. Somebody who obviously, like, to me, it should have been a tit for tat thing. Roxanne could have been like, you came in my shit and was trying to take my championship. So now I'm going to answer your open challenge and come take yours. Then you have Tatum come out there and cause a ruckus. And you make Tatum be the stalker to Roxanne, not to Jordan Grace. It was a way that they could have set this up so that it was fun to watch, but also so that it could lead to something bigger and better for Roxanne and Tatum later on down the line. But what we stuck with is Lola Vice versus Roxanne, which, okay, whatever. They could have sent Me Chin. You are 100% correct, because she is a well-known former TNA knockout. So she would have worked as well. They need to send people the audience is familiar with. And I'm sorry, but Tatum wasn't the girl. But however, everybody knows who Joe Hendry is. Everybody. Most people in the IWC who are non-casual fans but actually are diving into wrestling head first, they know who Frankie Kazarian is. If you watch AEW, you know who Frankie Kazarian is. If you've watched TNA in its beginning days, you know who Frankie Kazarian is. So he's another one that I was like, that's a good choice, but I still would have sent Jake something, or I would have sent the Rascals, because Wesley is right there. Like, it's like y'all are dancing around it on purpose. And I'm just like, I need y'all to pick up the pace, pick up the pieces, do something. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate Sean helping further the storyline with Joe Hendry and Frankie Kazarian. Absolutely. I thought it was pretty cool. My boss at work today asked about Joe Hendry, and I was like, yes. Yeah, Tatum is a story girl. Exactly. Exactly my point. They could have sent them both. I still say Tatum could have went. I feel like you could have sent Roxanne, or you could have sent Michin. It didn't matter. But Tatum should have showed up either way, because Ash by Alex just had her raggedy mouth ass there. So in turnabout is fair play, in my opinion. Okay. Her and her tape ends got to go. I think they are waiting, because I'm telling y'all, AJ is showing up and taking that belt off of Moose. You know what, Nicole? I'm fine with that. I am 100% okay with that. I really am, because AJ is getting ready to go over to Japan and wrestle in Japan for a little bit. And I don't blame him. He like, listen, as long as I can still get my check, I don't give a damn. Not like, and I'm almost, I'm in my 50s, ready to be 60s. I ain't got time for this shit. Okay, I ain't got time for this shit. And I don't blame AJ Styles. I really don't. AJ Styles done had 17 careers. He done lived the life of at least 17 different superstars in several different companies. Okay. Child, if I was AJ Styles, I wouldn't give a damn about collecting another title. AJ Styles done had a title and main championship in every company he has been in. He has done it all. He don't need nothing or want for nothing. Okay. And I'd be just like him, like, send me wherever the hell y'all want, as long as I get the check. Is the check cut? Is the ink dry, bitch? Okay? That is all that matters, that the ink is dry. Because everything else I will take care of and do. Because AJ will be unloading the clip move. Facts. It is annoying that Tatum being irrelevant on NXT since Lyra got drafted. To be honest with you, Rico, she's not been irrelevant. She was used. She was used in a way to strengthen the relationship between TNA and WWE. And she got her opportunity at the title just like a few others did. But Tatum is also, I think Tatum is somebody that you need to use correctly and not just throw her out there in the wolves. I think to the TNA audience, she got over once the match started and they really got into it. She's very much liked in TNA. I think that in WWE and in NXT, she is also well liked, and her character is interesting and different, and it makes her stand out. Tatum will be used when it's time. I think that sometimes y'all be wanting people to just be automatically pushed up and automatically given the opportunities. But you yourself just said not too long ago that JC Jane is somebody who could possibly be the next one to be champion, or at least become another champion that's better than Roxanne, that would do Roxanne's heel work better than her. And she should have been somebody who was being pushed. Everybody cannot be at the table at the same time, but everybody can eat. Now there are 2 championships in NXT, and Tatum can be placed on Kaylani Jordan later on down the line. Tatum is very young; she has time, and it's not like it's a situation where Michin is in, where she done been in WWE at least twice over, and every time she is used to either put somebody else over or strengthen somebody else's title reign. So for Tatum, I would say hold off on that and let her cook a little bit. They got to use her correctly, because the kind of character she got, she could fizzle out real fast. Me, I thought they was positioning her to be a top girly. Instead, they giving Roxanne, Natty, and Lola. You haven't watched NXT in a while, have you? Natalia was not in position nowhere to be a top girl in NXT. Natalia was used to bolster Lola Vice. She also was used to bolster Carmen Petrovich, which she did exactly what she was supposed to do. Give Carmen the edge that she needed, but also make Lola Vice look like a top contender. And that's exactly what she did. The same thing for Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler was there to make Lola look like a top contender. So when she finally does challenge Roxanne for the title, which is happening, she won't look like somebody who ain't built up enough to go up against Roxanne. I don't think she gonna win. I hope she don't win, but she did need to be built up. So those particular feuds and stepping stones leading to Roxanne were necessary. So they weren't, you know, giving the top girly position to Roxanne, and necessarily Roxanne, she already got it. They wasn't giving it to Natalia at all. They were using Natalia to build them up. As far as Lola is concerned, if Lola get the title, to be honest, with the way they be booking her, I wouldn't be surprised, but that's not the way I would do it. And I don't really care for Lola like that. She's not somebody that I can get behind. Even if she was a face, I wouldn't care for Lola. I don't like the way she delivers her lines and promos. I don't like the way she carries herself. I don't like it. I'm just not a fan. I'd imagine that they had a story, but Lyra left. I thought they were going to continue the story with Lyra and her, but they decided, I guess they figured not to. But they did AJ dirty a good chunk of the time in TNA. They low-key owe him a receipt. Baby. Baby. I remember when AJ Styles was the golden boy for a very long time. He was the golden boy. But I stopped watching TNA around that 2003, 2004 mark. I stopped watching then. And I started going back to the E. And that's when I started to really pick up watching the WWE again. So I don't know about AJ Styles' full tenure, but I do remember seeing a lot of his matches, and he was somebody that everybody was screaming about. I knew about AJ Styles before I even knew what type of character he was or anything, because everybody talked about him. So I wouldn't mind if he went back. And it's not something that you can do with a plan B. No. She gotta marinate now. Exactly. Gotta get that shit wet first. Yeah, JC about to be a hellbound bitch. She is very obsessed with that mask that Cody gave her. It's gonna be interesting. I want to see what she's gonna do with that, because JC seems like the type where she could pretty much portray whatever is necessary if given the opportunity. So I be shitting on JC, but she's been doing her job as of lately. I can't shit on her for that. JC is on to something here with this slight gimmick change, that how might be, that's how she might be on to something with Fallon and old girl. I don't like Fallon being with them, to be honest with you. I think that's weird as hell. I feel like Fallon can do what she doing on her own. I think they don't even match aesthetics. Aesthetically, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's giving weird to me. I like Tatum, but she's not ready yet. And Natty hasn't been on NXT for a minute. Natty ain't been nowhere for a minute, if we being fair. Now she done had a couple matches on TV, but she ain't really did much. She been in her dungeon training people and getting people where they need to be. And Tatum needs time. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, her nose being broke gives her a better argument. She low key needed the time off. I respectfully agree. Lola could try to sell me clothes from Rainbow and I still wouldn't buy them. I'm just not a fan of Lola. I'm just not. So I don't, she could be in the middle of the ring with her ass out, and I wouldn't care. She already do that now. She could be in there flashing titties. I'll be like, okay. There's nothing about Lola that says, "Ooh, that's dope." Like, I'm glad that she's a MMA fighter. She's very good at it, but that's her only selling point to me. She don't really have shit else going, so I'm not interested, and that's okay. They did him very, very dirty, especially his last couple of years. Oh shit. Maybe we should talk about that on the pod next week when we do the podcast. Cause I have no idea. So I would love to be a fly on the wall to listen, child. Cause you know I love me some mess, honey. Oh, they did. We're gonna need to talk about this because I have no idea what happened. She be working low key. They don't be, they can change Fallon up. Nothing crazy like Thea. I'm still laughing at Alexa saying Lola turns her straight. Woo, child. Well, bitch. Damn. Lola not that bad. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. She's very pretty. I can see why she appeals to some people. It's just I don't like women that rest in that. That irritates me because I feel like you got so much to offer, and the only thing you present is you got a big ass and you can kick people. I'm just like, girl, I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't do that. Like, cause you require a superstar, right? To have they need to have layers, right? And I always say this because everybody always talks a lot of shit. And this goes to Ricochet too. Everybody was talking shit because WWE fumbled Ricochet. Ricochet is one of the greatest stars WWE had. You put Ricochet in a feud with AJ Styles, and AJ Styles and Ricochet both are high flyers, both have technical wrestling skill, and that did not go over well. It didn't go over well because Ricochet could not compete on the microphone promo wise. When the only time Ricochet started to really glow up is this last couple of years in his career. And that's the problem. And I'm just like, if you want to be a professional wrestler, then go where that is where you need to go. That is where you need to go and shine. Because in the it's either you sink or you swim. You can't go out there and barely be able to handle yourself on the microphone and then get mad when people don't want to book you, because what are we going to do? All you're going to get is cold matches and you get highlight reels and hot moments. That's all we get. You got to have more than that. And I'm not saying that Ricochet doesn't have it, because we saw glimpses of it. It's there, but it has to be coaxed out. Whereas you got somebody like LA Knight, you got somebody like Ethan Page. Let's go to Ethan Page. Ethan Page came to NXT and legitimately staked his claim to that title before anybody even knew his ass was going to be there. before he was even supposed to be there. Ethan Page pops up, boom, talked his way into a championship, still on the microphone. And right now, he is one of the best talkers in the E. And I will argue anybody to the ground about that shit. That's pure facts based off of what he's shown you in NXT. This ain't even his prior work. It's just the NXT shit. You feel me? I'm just saying, in terms of Lola Vice, she's a one-trick pony. There's not going to be much that she's going to give other than she's an MMA fighter and she likes to party and dance. And what are you going to do when she has to change? Because everybody's going to have to change at some point. Roxanne was able to do it. Y'all didn't like the little cookie cutter cute girl who was doing everything and was trying to be good. Nobody liked that. Everybody was shitting on her. Roxanne flips to be in the heel. All of a sudden, everybody team Roxanne. Roxanne can do both though. The difference is between the two is Roxanne can show you that she knows how to be a baby face. She can be that anti-hero John Cena type of face. If given the opportunity, I think she can pull off a good anti-hero type of character where you ain't necessarily this sweet little innocent, I gotta do this to I'm here. No, I want your championship. You get on my fucking nerves. I'm coming to get it. But I ain't gonna do it on no nefarious means. Roxanne could do that too. She has levels. There are layers to her. Cora Jade's another one. She's not one of my favorite wrestlers, but you have to give Cora Jade credit where credit is due. When it came time for her to switch teams, she did it, and it was done correctly. You believe what she's selling. She thinks she's the baddest thing walking. Now, me personally, I can give less than a damn what that walking stick figure is doing. But the point is, what she sells, you believe. If you telling me that Lola Vice is out here selling dance lessons and kicks and punches and teaching you how to fight self-defense, then cool. But if you asking me if she should be somebody who should be NXT champion, I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna get a lot of bitches and a lot of mush mouth in that ring. That's just what I see and what I hear. Nothing about her gives me champion at all. But I'm not the one who's in charge. And if she's the one who's gonna be the next in line to be champion, Shawn Michaels believes and sees something in her, that's on him. I won't be in attendance. I won't be watching. But good luck and Godspeed. Okay? Good luck and Godspeed, bitch. Yeah, the finisher of the chat was the finisher of this show was really good. All right. So let's get into the rest of the show before we start preaching about other shit. Okay. Yeah, well, I was having that feud with Logan. He was Logan getting cooked on the mic, but he did have a good match. Logan Paul is not. I'll put it to you this way: Logan Paul is not as good on the microphone as people think he is. Logan Paul is a rinse and repeat type of dude. He likes to recycle shit from the past to WWE and how WWE used to operate in terms of insulting the crowd, making sure that everybody knows that you're a heel, acting like you're better than everybody else. It's a rinse and repeat type of character with him. So to be honest with you, he ain't really get cooked. Logan Paul, they're on the same level. They're on the same level. If given the opportunity, I'm pretty sure that Ricochet could say what's necessary, but Logan Paul has some things that he doesn't want mentioned while he's on television. And the superstars have mentioned that on multiple occasions. And I believe them when they say that because I know that it's true. I know it's true. I know it's true. But either way, let us return to the show, shall we? Okay. So Kaylani had her match with Michin, and if you thought that Jada Parker and OTM were not going to get involved, you're crazy. Okay, because last week OC got involved when Michin was going up against Jada Parker. Of course, Lucian and Nima was going to get involved. Okay, so they came out there to even the odds, and that's when Jada Parker pushed Michin off the top rope. Kaylani was able to hit her moonsault, and then that was 1, 2, 3, and she ended up retaining her championship. She then goes in the back to talk to Ava and tells Ava that she wants to give somebody a championship who never complains, who is really all about, not about really, making themselves the focal point, and really just is there to be great and do her own thing. And Ariana Grace thought she was talking about her, but no, bitch. She was not talking about you, girl. She was talking about Soruka. Now, Soul didn't ask for nothing. Soul didn't say nothing about no championship title, no championship shot. Kaylani offered it. Now, in the grand scheme of things, okay, Fallon seems to be very much in her feelings because she is not offered a title shot by Kaylani. She didn't believe she deserved the title in the first place. But Fallon, girl, Fallon, my man, sweetheart, love, you were in the same match that Kaylani was in. Yeah. And had you had your ass up in the ring when Kaylani was going up the ladder, you might be the champion right now, but you ain't. Because you was laid out prostrate before the Lord somewhere. Okay? So let's not act like Kaylani got an opportunity that you didn't get. And let's not pretend like your ass wasn't in there yeehawing, bitching, and everything else. Okay? You should have been saddling your ass up and getting up on the top of the damn ladder, bitch. But you didn't. So it's either accept your fate and move on and then strive for to be champion. But don't make it seem like Kaylani didn't win it when your ass was there and could have prevented it. Okay. Now, whether you like Kaylani or not is your business. That's a personal opinion. That's y'all business. If you don't like the girl or her character, I'm okay with that. But facts are facts and truth is truth. Fallon is cool. I love Fallon, but you gotta come into reality, bitch. Reality is where you need to be. Okay. Not sitting up here having fantasies and dreams talking about you. She don't deserve to be champion. Well, bitch, if that's the case, neither do you. Okay. All right. Let's move on, Fallon. Get your shit together. Cause you was the favorite to win a damn match and you still lost. You're just like Chad Gable. A loser when you're a face and a loser as a heel. You're just a loser. Terrible. Tell him, Kenny. Step into the light, Carol Ann. Tell him. Any whoosies. Let's get into this 6-woman tag team match. I'm be honest with y'all. I didn't watch this damn match because I knew how it was going to end. Lola and Roxanne won the match, and I assumed they pinned Jakara. Somebody in the comments tell me who they pinned because I know JC and that Kardashian looking bitch was not the one that was pinned. It was Lash or Jakara, and I'm assuming it was Jakara that got pinned. Anybody know exactly who got pinned? Because I don't know. See, I was right. I didn't even watch it. And it was Jakara. Jakara's ass got pinned. Now, trying to keep it behind us, baby. We can find your love again. I like that song. Drake might be canceled for some people, but that one album that he came out with, what's the name of that damn album? I really like that song. I don't know. Mm, 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 mm. What is the name of that song? Honestly, never mind. Is the name of the album. I love that album. It came out in 2022. And it's the song oh, what's the name of the song? Massive. It's Massive, and I like that song a lot. That song, it sticks in my head a lot. I love that song. Any whoosies, I knew it was Jakara that took the pin. I knew it. You are correct. And Roxanne attacked Lola post match. That part I didn't need to know because I saw that part. I just didn't watch the match. With the 56 overall. Girl, how did you know? Because number one, Lash Legend is being built up to be a contender for that championship. So they're not gonna make her suffer the pin. Also, JC Jane and Kardashian heifer over there is obviously being built up for something, but I don't know exactly what they're getting built up for, whether it be a new faction in the women's division or whatever. They're being built up for something, and of course they're not going to have Roxanne and Lola get the pin. So who is left? Who is the one odd man out? And that is Jakara. Jakara has nothing going on at the moment. She is stuck in metaphor hell. She's got nothing going on at the moment. So Jakara is the most likely, candidate to be pinned in this match. That's funny. I love the next song, Flights Booked. I haven't listened to the album all the way through. I've listened to Massive, and that song just sticks in my head, and I just don't listen to nothing else on the record. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible music head. But sometimes when I get into a rut and a song, I latch onto a song, it is very, very hard for me to release it. Oh, it has a Floetry sample. Okay. Now, after this match was over, but like, why did we even have this match? To set up the rivalry between Roxanne and Lola. But quite frankly, you could have just had Roxanne out there talking shit and Lola came out there and punched that bitch in her face. Because Roxanne ended up hitting Lola with a spinning back fist. And Lola is laying on the ground. Then she kicks her in the chest. For you to be such a dangerous woman, Lola, that was the stupidest shit I ever seen in my life. I've never seen nobody intentionally get kicked in the chest get hit in the chest, right? Then you start smiling and laughing and you cussing her out while you on the floor. Instead of you getting your ass up and attacking her back, you just sit on the floor and then you let the bitch kick you. Girl. Right? It's stupid all. Like, why would you do that? Why would you just sit there and let the girl beat your ass like that? But whatever works for you, hun, whatever makes you happy, because like I said, I didn't need to see it. To be honest, I kind of understood the gist of it. They were trying to flush out everybody at once. These are all the potentials for Roxanne's championship, right? My problem is you flushed out only Lola. Lola was the last one to come out there. Everybody's attacking each other last week. Then this week you put them all in a tag team match. And you put Lola and Roxanne in the tag team for what? Then they win. And what do? What do? You have Roxanne attack her when Roxanne could have just attacked Lola backstage or left Lola in this middle of this match. You know what would have really ate? If they would have had the tag team match, Roxanne was telling her to tag her in, and then Roxanne left her ass in the middle of the ring and fought them two hoes by herself. And then Lola ate the pin. That's how you do some gangster shit, because that would have made more sense to me. Like if the girls was attacking Lola because she thought she was the shit backstage, like you gotta flush this out more. The problem with this whole scenario is that it was not flushed out properly. If Lola was in the back in the locker room talking cash shit, I beat one of the most dominant NXT women's champions in history, right? And Lash and Jakara was like, bitch, we don't care about that. We talking about the here and now. And right now, you ain't shit. And then Lola hit them and pushed them to the ground, right? And then Lash and Jakara, they fall into JC and this little Pele kicking bitch. And JC mask kind of get ruptured a little bit, right? And JC kind of take offense to that because the mask that Cody gave her is on top of her black mask. So she is very triggered by the fact that they hit her mask and she don't like that shit. And then Roxanne walked past everybody just laughing. Like, these silly bitches. And then she go out there in the ring, right? She cut that little shitty ass promo she cut. And then you have, instead of having Lash come out first, you have Lola come out there first. Lola could come out there and be like, hey, I want your championship. And the last time you and I met in that triple threat match between you, me, and Lyra, you're the reason why I didn't get to win the championship. And then Roxanne was like, bitch, you shouldn't have been in the match in the first place. You lost and you cost me an opportunity. Let them keep going back and forth about that. Then you have Lash come out there. She do her holla and shit. And then you be like, fall, Lola. You've been running around here for weeks talking cash shit about you beating Shayna Baszler as if it is some massive, amazing thing. A lot of people have beat Shayna Baszler, bitch. Okay, a lot of people have. That doesn't make you somehow a superior being. Your ass has to get to the back of the line anyway. You have already challenged for this title and you lost because you did it on some dumb shit. Bye bye, bitch. And then JC Jane can come out there just attacking people. She ain't gotta say nothing, just attack people and just be like, don't you ever touch my face again. You know, that kind of shit. Just going on some rampage shit and just cause full on chaos. Then you have the tag team match. And instead of having Roxanne be her partner, Roxanne pretends that they cool. We gonna make it through this one night. And can they, will they, won't they? And they won't, because her ass gonna leave her in the ring. She get beat up and she loses. And then the next week you have Lola go after her. That's how you flush the shit out. Okay, I got to do everything. Because this was a mess. This was a mess. A mess. It's simple. Just lay it out for us to see. Ugh. Child, Roxanne would have gotten folded up like a fucking soccer mom chair playing with a weak ass bitch backspin, baby. She just turned around, did that spinning back fist, and then kicked that girl in her chest, and then walked out the ring. It's the mere fact that Lola let her do the shit that pissed me off. I was like, bitch, what is you doing? For you to be such a dangerous woman, you damn sure didn't look like much of a threat on the ground, ho. That was sad. I said, I was like, damn, shorty. Child. Everybody looked great, though. Yeah, well. Okay, girl. Now, to go back to the Battle Royal, Javon Evans won the Battle Royal. Okay? Good old Javon won the Battle Royal. But Ethan Page was not a happy camper because you see, Ethan Page was like, I was never truly eliminated, which in Ethan Page's, in fairness, babe, can I have a clean shirt, please? Where's my other shirt at? In fairness to him, he was not eliminated. He actually was taken out of the match by Oro Mensah in his attacks. Now, Javon was back there talking to Ava. They were celebrating, having a good old jolly merry time. And that's when Ethan Page came in there and was like, listen, what is you going to do about Oro Mensah and his boy? He keeps attacking me. He keeps coming after me. And it was like, listen, I know that's why we put him, okay, out of the building for the night. He's been banned. He was like, oh, great. Thank you. Thank you so much. And he was like, and if it wasn't for him, I would be the winner of that Battle Royal tonight. And Javon was like, nah, goofy, you would not. Like, go ahead, get your ass up out of here, bro. We ain't got time for that. I won the match. You're mad. It's okay to be mad, but I won. That's all that matters, babe. So they got into it. It was a blase situation. Just give me one of the shirts I had on, please. Anyways, um, they went on ahead and they went on ahead and started, basically was like, we're gonna get to have a match tonight. Javon was like, I got another match in me. Let's have a match tonight. And so they said it. It was the main event. It was Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. Now, let's go into good old Obafemi, the ruler of NXT. Good old Obafemi, the ruler of NXT, came out there to stake his claim once again to WWE and let everybody know that he is the ruler of NXT. And he did exactly what he told the world he was going to do. Okay? He was like, look. Okay? He was like, look, I came, I went, I conquered. Okay? Nothing else to be said. I did everything. No, I didn't talk about Charlie Dempsey. I did everything I was supposed to do. Okay. And I did it with finesse. I was the best. Okay. Never mind. No, it's cool. So Wesley came out there. And while Wesley was trying to talk to Oba, Brooks was up in the rafters, basically trying to come down during this promo. It caused such a ruckus that Wesley almost didn't get his promo off. He legitimately was stunned. Okay. And I was just like, y'all can't keep going like y'all gotta tell us what the hell is going on here. Okay, now if it's this, obviously this is kayfabe, okay? Obviously. But damn, okay. This is the third week Brooks has disrupted the show in some kind of way. Okay? Third week. And baby, he was up there getting tackled by security. They were running through the PC while Oba and Wesley was trying to cut their promo. It was nuts. I've never seen anything like that before. Okay? Now, Obafemi made a deal with Wesley. And Obafemi said, listen, I will give you this last shot at the championship. It's our last shot. This is the last one you're going to get. Because as long as I'm NXT champion, you will never get another championship shot. Wesley said, okay, bet. He agreed. So at NXT Heatwave in Toronto, it's going to be Wesley versus Obafemi for the North American Championship. Baby, the stakes are high. The stakes are high. Oh my God. Now, Gallus was backstage and they was all in their feelings, honey. They were crying and pissed off and mad because Wesley went and got him another title shot. And he was like, I beat Wesley's fair and square. And I was like, bitch, we don't care. And Joe Carter was mad at talking all that bullshit with Wolfgang and Mark. And man, when I tell you them Timbo niggas bust through the door and started stomping the shit out of them, baby, I love black on black crime. I love me some black on white crime. I love it. It gets me pumped. Them big black dudes whooped their ass. Okay, they was stomping a mud hole in Gallus's ass, and it was rightfully deserved. Okay, they took out Joe Coffey with the dough and went after the other two with a vengeance and just started stumping this shit out their ass. It was very satisfying. Very satisfying indeed. Okay. Now, Javon Evans was in the back getting to by the medical staff, making sure he was cleared and ready to go. And that's when Trick went back there and congratulated him on winning the 25-man battle royal. And then he went and was like, listen, Javon, you got to go ahead and, take care of this whole Ethan Page thing, okay? Ethan Page is a menace to society, and he does not belong in NXT, honeys. He don't belong here. And so Trick Williams was like, you gotta get him out of here, get him gone. So Javon was like, I'm gonna take care of my business today. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I got it. I got it. Don't worry about it. Sir, the match began and the boys started going at it, and we love that for them. It was a good matchup. They was out there tearing shit up. Okay. It was very, 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 very good. Yes. So after the match was over, of course, they went on ahead. Hell no. They went on ahead and Ethan Page beat Javon Evans. Javon Evans went to the well one too many times, and Ethan Page was able to beat him. He went to the top rope. Ethan Page scouted it, saw it, thwarted it, and he was able to hit him with his finisher, and that was the ending of the match. Ethan Page then got out the ring and was staring down Trick, who was ringside. But Shawn Spears came in and attacked Javon Evans and was beating him down. Pretty much, Trick moved Ethan Page out of the way, went in the ring to help. Ethan Page attacked him, and they started beating him down. All four men ended up getting laid out. Once Trick was in the corner laid out, they tried to, set him up to be taken out permanently. And that's when Javon Evans came in and hit him with a double cutter. Now, all four men were laid out in the ring, clamoring for the NXT championship, which leads me to believe that at Heatwave, this match is going to be adjusted. It most definitely might and probably will be Javon Evans versus Ethan Page versus Shawn Spears versus Trick Williams for the NXT championship. So, Dempsey was in the back earlier, okay, and he was talking to Tavion Heights. I don't like this new character with Charlie Dempsey. Y'all might like it, but it's funny. I will say it makes me laugh, but I'm just not a fan of the character itself. I do think he has lost his ever-loving mind, but Tavion Heights has agreed to join the No Catch Quarter Crew, and he has a little test. He has to go up against Kemp next week to prove his worth, and Tavion is like, all right, I got you. And so he being recruited. I mean, anybody. Not you said they was playing on camera. Stop. I mean, anybody that's looking at that, to be honest with you, anybody can beat Damon Kemp. I wouldn't have put him up against Damon Kemp. I think Miles Bourne is the stronger between the two. I would be more focused on Bourne than Kemp. While he put up a good match against Tony, I prefer Miles Bourne in terms of him and his wrestling work and him competing. Overall, NXT was entertaining in parts. I was upset because I got to NXT late. So when I got to NXT, I was in the middle of the Battle Royal, and Hulu would not let me go back to the beginning of the show. I could not get there. It kept going to the middle part when they were on commercial in picture. I did not get to see Joe Hendry in his entrance, which I would have loved to have reacted to. I didn't get to see that. I didn't get to see Frankie Kazarian come out, and that pissed me off. Like, I was just like, Jesus, Hulu, you're a son of a bitch, okay? Like, you could have at least let me see that. And like, usually when you come in late to the show and you want to watch it from the beginning, they let you watch it from the beginning. But for whatever reason, today, the beginning of the show was in the middle. So, and me and AJ was sitting here like, this is some bullshit.
Wow.
Sorry, it was something on your back. He was like, Miles, Miles, Miles. Okay, Willy Wonka. Anyways, y'all, so that was NXT. Okay. And Miles was looking like, why are you yelling? And Charlie was like, why didn't you tell him? Oh my God. This is so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid that it just might work. It's so stupid that it just might work. Anyways, ladies and gents, that was NXT. That was NXT. Now he didn't hear. Why are they messing with us? He said, Donna said, Miles, he said to Miles, why didn't you tell him? And Miles said, I didn't hear it.
Well,
Miles is deaf.
I know. He said it, so he not lying.
That's
he
dirty. That's dirty. I don't care what nobody say. That's fucked up. Shawn Michaels is a menace. He must be stopped because what the hell?
I mean, technically, he didn't hear it.
Drop, please.
Yes, I am.
Not you adopted Ethan Page. I like Ethan Page, but I've always liked him. Even when he was in AEW, I liked him. And I saw what he was capable of in TNA. And in NWA, was he in NWA too? I feel like Ethan Page has been everywhere. Am I wrong? That's why I'm like, they on TV playing games. It's on the level for me, so it's so stupid. It's not working for me yet. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid, and I can't. It's so stupid that it just might work, and that's just how I'm gonna leave it. Um, but I'm glad Tavion is getting more TV time. He definitely deserves it. I love watching Tavion wrestle. He's a very good wrestler. Um, Overall, if I had to give NXT, um, yeah, in AEW he was good. He worked really well in AEW. When they gave him the time, she said, but oh, I'm like, oh, he settled into the character. Now he cooking. But you know what? That's what I'm saying. Like Ethan Page came in ready. He was not somebody that had to be created or built. Ethan Page was ready. He was ready to go. He was like LA Knight. Like LA Knight was already prepared and ready to go, but Vince was too busy quelling people's shine to see what the diamond he had in the rough. And I'm glad that other people recognized the diamond that he was, like Shawn Michaels, because if they had left him to somebody else, he probably wouldn't be nothing right now. And it would have been all their fault. You know what I'm saying? So overall, I would say NXT was a solid C plus for me. I did not like the women's segment. I thought the women's segment was trash. Fight me in the comments. I don't give a fuck. Um, I didn't like that. Oh, there was another match. And Izzy Dame called herself a great dame. The great dame. I was like, girl, is we a puppy? But she said the great dame, okay, not the great Dane, great dame. So in her defense, she was not calling herself a dog. But a bitch will be a bitch. Okay. Anyways, the locker room segment between Fallon and Carly was interesting. Carly is okay in the ring. She's not bad. but she's a very cookie cutter, pretty, smiling, sunshine. I'm a pretty girl. And I feel like when they turn her heel, she gonna be somebody I desperately hate. Because I don't really like her now, if I'm being honest. And it's not because she's not good, because she has talent. It's just that she is boring. And I don't know who this girl is that's with her. I'm pretty sure Rico knows her. She probably wrestles on Level Up. But anyways, that was pretty much it. Y'all didn't really miss anything else. Oh, Eddie Thorpe was leaving out of the ring, the arena, was getting ready to get in his car. And somebody was in the back getting arrested. And they ain't told us nothing about who was getting arrested. I need NXT Anonymous to tell us who was getting arrested, child, because I am sure that somebody went out of this damn place in handcuffs, baby. And I said, damn, they could have told us. They could have told us. They didn't tell us shit. Rico said, yep, Kendall Gray. Yeah, that was her name. That's what they called her. Pretty Ricky, what they call him. And again, I was a little disappointed with the Battle Royal. I wanted more people in the Battle Royal that I felt like from NXT that could have shook the table a little bit more. I wanted more people in there. They keep sending Tyler Bate back to the NXT. And I'm like, well, why y'all pull him from down there in the first fucking place? Because Tyler Bate been back in NXT more than he be on the main roster. Okay? Like, damn. She's real good. She's a collegiate wrestler, so she be doing all them ground and pound transitions and judo throws. Okay. NXT is so ghetto. It's probably Oro or Brooks. He was probably getting arrested again. I don't know. Somebody was getting arrested, child. But anyways, tomorrow, I promise y'all we will still keep up with the fantasy booking, and we will. Okay? We're going to talk about Drew McIntyre tomorrow because a lot of people seem to be very much in their feelings about Drew McIntyre deactivating all his social media and quitting WWE. But there's a reason behind that, loves. Okay? Drew McIntyre his wife had to have emergency surgery. So to write him off of TV properly, they gave us this angle, which I'm sure CM Punk is going to play up. And then when Drew comes back, they will then continue this phase of their feud when he's able to come back. And they talk about Drew in glowing terms backstage in WWE and just about everywhere that he has gone. They say that he is probably one of the nicest and sweetest people they have, and he is one of the most professional people to work with. So I know for a fact that he would never do something like this unless it was a part of the story. And that's what they've done. They've given Drew time to spend with his wife and to help her recover. So this is a part of the storyline for now. So Drew more than likely is going to miss Money in the Bank because it is in 2 weeks. Then they're going to be focusing on August, which is SummerSlam. So that's what we have to look forward to. And that's going to give them time to build all of that. So we wish Drew McIntyre's wife all the best of luck. And I hope that she gets well very soon and that Drew has some peace in his life with his wife and happiest home, happiest house. Okay. With all that being said, loves, tomorrow we are going to be doing fantasy booking again. And we're not going to fantasy book SummerSlam because I feel like that's too easy. We're going to fantasy book Survivor Series and Bad Blood because they did announce that the next pay-per-view in August is going to be Bad Blood. They're bringing back Bad Blood. They're bringing it back, Nicole. They're bringing it back. They're bringing back Bad Blood to replace what Hell in a Cell was, and there will be a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood, okay? Sir, we are going to fantasy book Bad Blood as if we have no prior feuds and we're just focusing on Bad Blood and then we're moving into Survivor Series. So we got 2 PLEs to book. So much wiggle room here. Okay. So much wiggle room. So we're going to fantasy book Bad Blood. And if you want to fantasy book with me, you can always fantasy book in the comments. If you're over on YouTube and you want to have your say, then girlies, you got to come on over to the Tubesters, okay? You can go to Down for the Counts page, or you can come over here to mine. Either view is fine by me. And you guys can see us, you can come in there, comment, or you can come in and actually fantasy book with us. Yes, you did. You missed it last week. You missed it. I was like, where's Nicole? Yeah. Oh, Donnie, yeah, it's your birthday that they're gonna be doing Bad Blood. At least they're gonna try. They're gonna try. Your birthday on a Sunday. Well, more than likely, Bad Blood will be a Saturday, babe. Bad Blood will probably be a Saturday. It won't be a Sunday. All I need is Judgment Day back. True. True. Okay, so we're gonna fantasy book Bad Blood. Now, to be fair, this is a rumor. They haven't announced it yet. This is a rumor, but I think they're gonna go with it because they do need a pay-per-view in October and they don't have one. Okay, so he said, I know that's why I'm not mad. That's why you mad. Why? It's on a Saturday. You can still go out and throw your ass in a circle. Shit. Diversify. Anyway, so tomorrow I'm going live at 9:30, 10. If I don't go live at 9:30 specifically, I will go live at 10, and we are gonna fantasy book Bad Blood. I can't get it out. Bad Blood, and then we're gonna do Survivor Series. Okay, it's gonna be a fun time. All right. So I shall see you guys tomorrow on the show. Don't forget. And as always, I always round the show out with SBC chat so we can have some fun because we need to feel good about our lives and about ourselves. And the SBC Jack does that for us, okay? Because people are crazy. People are crazy in these streets, honey. They are psychopaths. So y'all make sure y'all come back around here for that. Like I said, those of you on Twitter, if y'all want a fantasy book with me and come in the lives, you definitely can. But you got to come on over here to YouTube to fantasy book. Okay. It's going to be amazing. All right. I will see you guys on Sunday. I mean, tomorrow. Jesus, Nicole got me saying Sunday. I will see y'all tomorrow at 9:30, 10. And we're going to do this fantasy booking. Okay. Oh, you were saying you want a PLE on your birthday. I had a PLE on my birthday once, and I believe it was Roadblock. It wasn't a good time. But we'll talk about that another time. I will see you guys tomorrow when we do our fantasy booking. Make sure you have your fantasy booking ready. If you don't want to post it in the comments, you can always DM me over on Instagram. Okay. I will take your DM and I will read your fantasy booking and we'll talk about it. That way you can stay anonymous as well. If you want to stay anonymous, that's perfectly fine too. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Excuse me.